Welcome back to Khali Yoga Center's Pose Breakdown Series. I'm here today with Lindsay.
Hey.
And this is Upward Facing Dog. Okay, Lindsay, upward facing. This is like one of the poses when people think about yoga out there. Upward dog comes to mind. I'm going to start with the foundation of the pose. So Lindsay has her toes untucked. She's pressing the tops of her feet down into the ground. This activates the muscles in her legs so that she's using the muscles in her legs to push into the floor. And as I come to the front here, see her hips forward through her hands. Another part of the foundation here is Lindsay's hands. They're stacked directly underneath her shoulders, okay? So her hands are not behind or out in front. Shoulders on top of wrists, and that allows her to press her heart up and out into space.
In Upward Facing Dog, Chris has a softness in his elbows that provides him the ability to lift his heart. In the lifting of his heart, he's also drawing his shoulder blades towards one another and down his back. And the final bit of alignment here on Upward Facing Dog is Chris is pressing the crown of his head to the sky. With that, he's bringing the back of his skull back, lengthening the sides of his neck, and smiling all big. One common misalignment in Upward Facing Dog is for students to drop their legs down to the ground. Chris, will you demo that for us? So with his legs on the earth, what's happening is he's getting more compression in his low back. To relieve and create space in his low back, Chris, press into the tops of your feet, lift your thighs, and push your heart to the front of the garden. In Upward Facing Dog, let's look at how hands and arms can play into a common misalignment. Chris, will you move your hands forward past the line at the tops of your shoulders? This is something that's common for students to do. And you see here what happens is Chris's chest closes off in the front and his shoulders come up to his ears. Also, with his arms so far out, it's going to be really difficult for him to lift his legs off the mat. You'll see they're on the ground now, which adds to that compression in his low back. So Chris, will you walk your wrist underneath the tops of your arms, press down in your hands, lift your legs, and draw your heart forward. Up dog.
Okay, that is Upward Facing Dog. Lindsay, good job.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you for watching another Khali Yoga pose breakdown. We've got a lot of great deep dives into pose breakdowns on this channel. So grow your practice, dive into those videos. We'll see you next time.